honestly, the mundane moments of life are what you do more often than not. So if you can't just go to Target and Home Goods and grab a smoothie with your friend, I don't know, like everything doesn't have to be a $100 dinner. It doesn't have to just be, oh, it's their birthday. Oh, they're getting married. Let those small moments be special as well. Hey sis, welcome back to Sistervention, the podcast where me, the big sister you never knew you needed, keeps it real and always keeps you in check. Today, we're talking girl code. Yes, the ultimate code to being a girl's girl. The kind of woman who shows up, creates a safe space, and always supports her sisters. So whether you're already her or you're trying to become her, this episode is for you. Let's get into it. A girl's girl isn't someone who just goes to brunch, shares meme, posts their friend on their birthday. It's a girl who really connects the dots when no one is watching, who shows up on those quiet days, does your normal check-ins, and honestly, she's not friends with everyone. Me and my sister were just having a conversation. She's like, well, what's actually a girl's girl to you? Because for her, she feels like a lot of people think a girl's girl is just, oh, you have a lot of girlfriends, you get along with a lot of girls. No. A girl's girl actually, in my opinion, probably doesn't have that many friends because she's the type of girl who's going to hold you accountable. She's the type of girl who's going to call you out when you're wrong. She's the type of friend who's going to really keep it real. And that honestly will ruffle a lot of feathers sometimes. So to me, that's what makes a true girl's girl. So let's break down the rules. Here are my top girl code commandments. Okay, starting off strong, never embarrass your friend in front of company. We protect our friends in public and we correct them in private. I think so often people think it's funny, it's cute to do these little slight jabs. And honestly, every joke has a little bit of truth in it. And honestly, if you're that friend who is, the funny girl, she always has a joke, I get it, but nobody wants to be the butt of the joke. I remember that was like such a big deal in our friend group. And honestly, it's very, very toxic. So again, we correct our friends in private. We protect them in public. That is a true girl's girl. Okay, next one. This is self-explanatory, but sometimes you just have to remind the girls, don't date your friend's ex. Do not date your friend's ex. If that girl was on your couch crying about that man, leave him alone. There are so many men in this world. You do not need to date your friend's ex. Now, granted, I understand. If you really feel like that's your husband, just don't be that girl's friend anymore, because at that point, you are not that girl's friend, okay? Exes are off limits. And some girls, they don't care. They're like, girl, it's fine, but there's just something about it that doesn't really sit right in my spirit. Like, she's always going to have one up on you, sister. And I know you shouldn't think of it that way because this is truly your friend, but your big sister's here to tell you, just stay away. There's another man out there for you. So next, you have to celebrate their wins like your own. I love a girl who can show up and support. Even if she's not in a winning season, you are celebrating your friend just like you did it yourself. And let me say something about this. This is not just your, oh, I'm reposting. No, I'm talking about really celebrating the wins. Pick up the phone, give her a call, tell friends about whatever your friend is doing without any, recognition, right? Like, you don't necessarily have to always be praised for the things you do. A girl's girl just does it. If you're really happy for your friend, you're just happy for them. It's not a competition. It's not about, making sure that they know that you celebrated them. Like, girl, just celebrate your friend. Just be excited for your friend. There doesn't need to be praise for doing that. And honestly, I'm a firm believer of God's in the neighborhood. When your friend is winning, that means that your wins are on the way too, okay? Everyone's in a winning season. If you have 5 friends that are winning, please believe you will be the 6th very, very soon. So no need to be a hater. Okay, my next one. Some people don't agree with me on this, but if your friend is being played, you need to warn her. I hear so many women are like, oh, if my girl is getting cheated on, I'm not saying anything. I didn't see anything. I didn't hear anything. Baby, I'm like the MTA. See something, say something, okay? I never forget there was a time where I saw one of my friend's boyfriends on a dating app, and she didn't live in the state. So, a lot of it's regionally. I saw that man, and to be honest, I swiped left. And then afterwards, I was like, wait a minute, hold the phone. Is this my friend's man? So I literally recreated the profile, deleted my profile, or recreated another one, got on there and was like, okay, let me see if he'll come up again. That way I know for sure. Baby, I saw that man again, screenshotted it, called her like, hey sis, I need to tell you something. And honestly, I know my intentions going into it were very, very pure. I just wanted her to have this information, and whatever she decided to do with that after that was on her. I wasn't going to be mad if she didn't do anything. I was not trying to sway her one way or the other. I called her. We had a great friendship. So, she was very understanding. She was like, thanks for looking out, sis. Some people are not like that. But honestly, I feel like that is a really telling sign of your friendship. If your friend thinks that you're doing something malicious off rip, like your intent or your thought of intent should always be positive if that is someone that you think is your friend. So it really shouldn't be any beef. But I know a lot of people don't like anybody coming to them about their man. And honestly, I'm this type of friend. I'm like, I would want to know, so I'm going to tell you. But if you're a type of girl and you tell me specifically, girl, I do not want to know, then I respect your wishes. But otherwise, baby, I'm telling, okay? Because I'm a real girl's girl. I like a heads up. It could be as simple as, hey, girl, my cousin's with me, so she's actually going to join us at brunch. Or it could be something as big as, okay, hey girl, like you're going to find out next week that so-and-so said this. Whatever the case may be, I don't like to be blindsided. Give me a heads up. I feel like you should always give your friends a heads up. She should never walk in blindsided. Even if you're out to dinner and you see that her ex is there, like, girl, call her and tell her before she gets there so she knows. Like, I just don't think anybody should be walking in to a situation blindsided if someone could have prevented that for them. That's being a real friend. I love honesty, okay? And honestly, sometimes the truth hurts. The truth hurts, but I rather receive the truth. Now, I understand my delivery sometimes, God is still working on me. My delivery sometimes can be a bit rough, but be honest, but be kind, right? Like if the outfit isn't giving, let your girl know the outfit isn't giving. But don't destroy her confidence in the process. And again, I'm sorry. Look, so I've broken some of the rules, ladies, okay? This is why we're all doing this together. I've broken the rules because, baby, one thing about it, I'm like, take that off. Girl, take that off. I'm not really do you have anything else type of friend? I'm like, girl, that looks crazy. Take it off. And I have that rapport with some of my friends, so I can just do that. And they can do it to me, and it's fine. And we joke, and we know that it's all within love, but we meant it, and we're going to keep it real, because why would I want you out with me looking crazy? Or why would I want you out by yourself looking crazy? Why would I want my friend looking crazy? I just don't. So tell the truth, but with love, especially if it's about appearance or an outfit. Do it, but don't try to destroy their confidence in the process. Now, ladies, I know that we all live busy schedules, right? But you need to show up for your friends how you'd want them to show up for you. And I'm not just talking about birthdays and holidays and the good times, right? I'm talking about those random Tuesday check-ins when you wake up in the morning and that person was on your mind and then you didn't end up hitting them up and now it's been 3 months since y'all spoke. No, when people cross your mind, hit them up, engage with them, talk to them. There's a reason why God put them on your spirit. And then also there's just regular check-ins. Like I'm someone who does not believe that we are really good friends if we went 3 months without talking. I'm sorry. We're just not that great of friends. Like we're cool. Like by all means, we're cool. But to be like, yeah, that's my really great friend. Is it? Do you know what has happened in 3 months? A lot. And it's fine. I know we're grown. We got our own lives, yada, yada, yada. But if a man stopped talking to you for 3 months, you would think he hated you. You would. So would you want your friend thinking that you hate her? And I get it's not the same as apples and oranges, but it's still relationship and it's still relationship building. If you really want to have solid friendship, you need to be an active participant in these people's lives. I'm sorry. And if you know that you want to place that friendship in a box where, y'all are cordial, y'all are associates, and that is fine. But stop calling everybody your friend and show up for them the way you would want people to show up for you. Now, as an oldest daughter, this one's hard because we do not like to ask for help. We do not like to ask for help, which is why one of my girl code commandments is offer the help before they have to ask. It is so nice to just know that someone is thinking of you and they want to help you. If I tell you, hey girl, I'm about to work on this really tough project, even if you don't have the capacity, right? It's like, maybe you can point them to someone who can help them, even if it's not you. Or if you're moving, hey girl, do you need any help moving? Or sometimes you just gotta do, right? There's a lot of people who'll be like, no, I'm fine. And they're literally drowning. Sometimes if you know your friend, just say, hey girl, I bought you some boxes over. I don't know if you need them or not, but just in case, here's some boxes and some packing tape. Or, hey girl, you wanna hang out this week? Okay, you packing and you want me to go sit at dinner? No. How about I come over, we do dinner at your house and we can pack together? Things like that. If they say no, cool. But honestly, offer the help. Most people will take the help if it's offered, but having to ask for help is hard. So show for your friends without them having to ask. Here we go. Boundaries, 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 boundaries. Of course, boundaries is on the list. Give your friend space if she needs it. If she has put up different boundaries that you necessarily don't align with, they're her boundaries. The boundaries are hers. So they're not the boundaries you put up, they're the boundaries she put up. Therefore, you have to respect them. I think that boundaries is such a tough topic when it comes to friendship because sometimes they come out of nowhere, right? Sometimes you woke up, your frontal lobe develops and you're like, actually, this friendship is toxic and I need to place boundaries around it. And you don't really want to explain yourself. And I think that's fine. But if you really want to be someone's friend and they say they need space, give it to them. Give it to them for whatever the reason may be. Maybe they're going through something personal they just don't feel like sharing at the time. But if that is your friend, give them some space and recommend and respect the boundaries. We keep talking about showing up because I think that is such a big part of friendship, but the small and the big moments, I cannot stress that enough. I think so many people are like, the baby shower, the wedding, like I came to those things. I came to your bachelorette, I came to your birthday. Like, girl, what about just talking to me and coming over and sitting on the couch on a Tuesday? And if you don't have time for that, I want to be very clear. You might just not have time for friendship. And that is okay. But honestly, the mundane moments of life are what you do more often than not. So if you can't just go to Target and Home Goods and grab a smoothie with your friend, I don't know, like everything doesn't have to be $100 dinner. It doesn't have to just be, oh, it's their birthday. Oh, they're getting married. Let those small moments be special as well. Now, my next one, I don't know. I am very firm on this, but a lot of y'all like to ride the fence, okay? I personally think an ultimate girl's girl does not play both sides. You have an opinion, sis. You have an opinion, and you actually are avoiding conflict for whatever internalized reason. But it's one thing if you and your friends, you have a friend group, because I feel like this always happens in friend groups, right? You have a friend group, something happened between two other friends, and you're like, okay, y'all are both my friends. That is still going to be the case, okay? If you have an opinion, you are allowed to voice it. And I think that you should voice it because right is right and wrong is wrong, and everybody has a moral compass. So if you believe that someone did something wrong, you should express that. I do not understand why everyone's like, oh, I don't know. That's between y'all two. Girl, you have an opinion and you should say it because honestly, I feel like it'll help with conflict resolution between the other two. But oftentimes people just like to ride the fence and be like, my name's Bennett, I'm not in it, or whatever. I think an ultimate girl's girl doesn't play in neutral. They have an opinion, they speak their mind, and they're willing to hold their friends accountable and check people when they're wrong. A lot of the girlies have gotten married. They've had babies. Their lives are just totally different. They've moved away. You have to respect whatever season your friends are in. Some girlies are in their single season. Some girlies are in their wifey era. Listen, if you are a single girly and your friend just got married, does she need to be out with you in the streets every night? Probably not. But can you respect the fact that she's spending time with her man? And then vice versa. If you're married, you're like, oh, I don't do that anymore. Okay, that's fine. But respect your single girlie. She still got to go find her man. Okay. But my whole thing is you got to create space for each other within the friendships for the new season of life. And when you're able to do that, I feel like friendships really grow and blossom. Like I have a lot of friends who have small children. I'm not expecting them to come on a birthday trip and leave their 2 kids behind. I will invite them because, again, let's be real. You still want the invite, right? Even though you're in a different season, you still want the invite. You still want to be included in the things, but allow them to have the choice to say, hey, I really wish I could show up for you, but I have a toddler and a newborn, not going to be able to make it, but here's what we can do. Or I'd love to do this for you. I'd love to do this for you. I'm going to send you something, whatever. But hold space for people in different seasons because as your friendship grows, the chances of you guys growing together at the same pace, the entire friendship, is very slim. So if you're telling me one person gets married and one person's single, the relationship goes to shits, I don't really know how strong the friendship was anyway. Okay? So be a girl's girl and respect your friend's seasons. I know I'm stepping on a few toes, but listen, if it hit home, if it hit that chest, that means you care. That means you care about your friends. That means that you're evaluating your friendship. And it means that more than likely you want to be a better girl's girl. So this is good. Let's get through the last couple. Be the same friend that you are in private that you are in public. I think that is such a big one. Like if you're constantly texting your friend, girl, you did it, go girl. And then like when it's time to engage with the post online, it's like crickets. I don't know. Or even worse, like you're, always talking to this girl on the phone, but when it's time to go out, you're standoffish. You act like you don't know her in public. Is everyone okay? Like what is actually happening. Don't big her up online and then start ignoring her phone calls. Like, I think it's very weird. Like, if that is your friend, that is your friend. Online, offline, public, private. Like, okay, let's be for real. I hear a lot of shady stories. I'm just like, I don't think these people are actually your friends, sis. Like, because friends don't act like that. Give grace while people are growing. We spoke about this a little bit earlier, but I think it's so important. As we mentioned about the seasons of life, people are going to be going through different things. They're going to set up their boundaries. Don't cancel your friend for being human. We're all going to make mistakes. Like I said, this list is just a cheat code to being a better friend, to being the ultimate girl's girl. But ultimately, you need to have grace for your friends. Please let me know what I missed in the comments below. If you have some other rules you absolutely live by, I want to hear them, sis. I want to hear them. I want to add to the list. And I want us to reflect. When I'm going through these topics and these points, who comes to mind? Who is your ultimate girl's girl or friend that you really want to model? Because honestly, be more like them. And also big them up. If you thought of someone during this episode, text them, call them, tell them, girl, I just listened to this episode and I thought of you all the way through. Thank you for being such a good friend, because sometimes you need that appreciation and recognition. My mom always says, like, if everyone tried to outdo their friend, the world would just have a lot of better friends. So if you know that you have a really good friend, try to one up her. Okay. I have a friend that I'm thinking of right now, and we always do that. It's like, she'll text me and I'm like, oh my God, you were on my mind. I wanted to hit you up first and check and see how your week was doing. Or she'll send me something because I did something really great. And I'm like, oh my God, like, but I want to send her something as well. Like, it's just that kind of friendship. And I love that for us, because it's like, we are constantly just trying to big each other up. Because let me tell you something. Life is hard, okay? And you don't have to do life alone. Of course, that is why Sistervention is here. In case you are doing life alone, you're not. You got me and Jesus, okay? But again, I am here to big up the girls. We champion women on this podcast, and that's what it's all about. So, of course, I have to get into my sister event of the week. Now, here's the thing. I think it's really great when people show up for their friends, but you do have those certain people who it's all good until you start doing better than them. To me, that is the worst type of person. Like, it was all good until I started doing better than you. And that's just a hater. That is literally a hater. And there's honestly some friends who hate you. There are some friends who hate you. I know that sounds harsh, but I wouldn't be your big sister if I didn't tell you that. There are some friends who are secret haters. They want your life. They don't like you. They like what you can bring to the table. They like the life that you give them access to, but they don't actually like you. Because when those things are stripped away, or when you actually start, expressing your feelings and telling them how they disappointed you or whatever, they don't like that. And that means they don't like you. But I really think it's important to have friends who really, really like you. Not what you can do for you, not just because of the season you're in, not just because of the proximity you're in, but friends who really, really like you and will ride for you. And again, these are just friendships, right? Like, these people don't owe you anything. Like, everyone has to want to be there. I always say that relationships is two people who actually continue to show up for each other every single day in whatever capacity that is, right? I remember one time someone told me, I'm just too much. It's just too much to be my friend. And I was like, baby, you don't have to be my friend. Like, it's totally fine. But I just have certain standards for people in my life that I hold them to, because I hold myself to those standards. So if I know I'm always going to support you and show up, I'm expecting the same in return. And if that's too much for you, please exit stage left. There's plenty of people who would love to take your place in my life. Okay. So that's my quick little vent. All right. I just want to get that out there, because a lot of times people hit me up on the DMs and they're like, let's talk about friendship. Let's talk about friendship. I've gotten requests to talk about friendship breakups. Like, friendship is hard. Relationships are hard. It's two totally different people, who are raised two totally different ways trying to coexist. And, I think friendships are like the cornerstones of life. I think that, your friends really hold you down in a way that, a family member or romantic partner can't. And another thing, I cannot stand the girl who shows up when she needs something and then disappears. Baby, stay gone. Stay gone. You got to pour into your friends. If it's if you need something and then you get what you need and you're gone, you are not pouring back into the friendship, and you are breaking the girl code. Okay. You're breaking the girl code. And as someone who really loves to be needed, like, I love that when my friends need me for advice or to show up or do things like that, is how I thrive in friendship. I realize that even when they don't need you, you still can show up in other ways for your friend. Like, I'm such a problem solver. Like, most people just call me when they like, need advice, or they're like, hey, like, how do you do this? Or how do you do that? Whatever. And then like, I will say, like, sometimes I just won't hear from them like until they need something, and it's not a bad thing. It's just because like, I'm who they think of when they need something, but not necessarily who they think of when they just want to like talk about the good things, or like, just like catch up. And that can be really frustrating. So if you're listening and you're that type of person who's like, oh my God, like, I have this friend that I always call in like an emergency, but you don't really check on them on like the day to day, maybe take this opportunity to do that. But either way, look, let's just do better, okay? The Girl Code is all about just doing better and being a better friend, showing up for our girls, because we need support, okay? So that's it for today's Sistervention. If this episode hit home, share it with the group chat. Tell your girls, look, here are our commandments and we need to be following them, all right? Let's build better friendships together. Of course, follow the podcast at Sistervention Podcast. If you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, make sure you hit that button. And of course, I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. I'm your host, Crystal Chanel. Bye.